Hello. Today we are starting surface areas and volumes for class 10th. Okay. So before going to that chapter, surface areas and volume, we'll have to discuss class 9 surface areas and volume, in which you remember we studied the volume of cube, cuboid, cylinder, sphere, hemisphere, cone. Okay. And the same as surface area of cube, cuboid, hemisphere, cylinder, and cone. Right. So in this chapter in class 10 surface areas and volume, we have to discuss and we have to study about the combination of two or more figures. Okay, but before going to the combination of two or more figures, first of all we should know that all the formulae of these three-dimensional figures. So let us discuss. In this lecture we have to discuss the formulae. Okay, I am making all the diagrams, and along with the diagrams I am writing all the formulae like CSA, TSA and volume. CSA, TSA and volume of all. Okay. Starting from first one is cube and cuboid. So this is, I am writing here, I am making a diagram. This is, first diagram is cuboid. I want to make it cuboid. Cuboid is a diagram like that. I think you have remembered, this is length, breadth, and it is height. Okay, length, breadth and height. It's a cuboidal shape in which the dimensions length, breadth and height are different, L, B and H, and generally we denoted by L, B and H. So three formulae I am writing for all figures: CSA, TSA and volume. These are required. CSA, curved surface area, TSA, total surface area, and third one is a volume. Okay, CSA, curved surface area, total surface area. Total surface area, that means, what is a total surface area? Because this is a cuboid which is having 6 rectangular faces, and the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So you see that length into breadth, length into breadth. Okay, 3 are same. So what is the formula? 2LB plus BH plus HL. Okay, total 6 figures are there. Okay, 6 faces are there. Out of 6, the 2 faces are same. So there are 3 pairs: 2LB plus 2BH plus 2HL. Curved surface area in which the ceiling and floor is not included. That means only 2H, L plus B is coming here. Okay, and volume. For the volume, one thing is very clear, that area base multiplied by height. You remember like this: area base is length into breadth multiplied by height. So it L into B into H. It's okay. What is it? This is cuboid, and all the formulas CSA, TSA and volume of cuboid. It's okay. If we'll discuss cube, then what happens? In the cube, length, breadth and height all are same, equal, and all are equal. So we'll not give the different name LBH, we'll give the same one name, H, A and A. It is cube. Here CSA, TSA and volume. The CSA is CSA for this curved surface area. There are 4 faces: A square, A square, A square plus A square. Why A square? Because all the faces in the shape of square. And area of square is equal to side square, side into side, that means A into A. So it is 4A square. Okay. Second one, this is CSA, 4A square, TSA, 6 faces, 6A square, and volume, length into breadth into height, A into A into A, that is AQ. AQ. Okay. So these are cuboid and cube. Second one, the first one, second is, which figure is this? It's a right circular cylinder. Second figure is a cylinder. I think you have remembered it. You are having a rectangular sheet, suppose A4 size sheet you are having, when you are just going to fold it, it becomes a right circular cylinder, and we will find the CSA, TSA and volume of it. This is H, height, and that is the radius of base as well as the radius of top. And which figure is this? This is cylinder. Okay. In cylinder, CSA, TSA and volume. CSA. Curved surface area of cylinder. Curved surface area of cylinder, that means 2 pi RH. How it is coming 2 pi RH? When we fold A4 side sheets like that, okay, and when you unfold it, it becomes area of rectangle, length into breadth. Length is converted into the form of circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r, and breadth is converted into the form of height h. So it is 2 pi r h, CSA. TSA, total surface area, 2 pi r h plus area of top plus area of bottom. Area of top, that means area of circle pi r square, plus area of bottom pi r square. Pi r square plus pi r square, that is 2 pi r square. You can take 2 pi r common, h plus r. Okay. And volume. For volume, I told you area base multiplied by height. Area base into height. What is it? Pi r square h. So the volume is pi r square h. It's okay. Volume is equal to pi r square h. This is what? Cylinder. After cylinder, the third figure is what is this? Cone. OAB. This figure is cone. In cone, there are two heights. One is this height, generally denoted by h. Second is L, which is called slant height. And this is R. Okay. So because this is a right circular cone, that means this angle is 90 degree. OAB becomes a right angle triangle using Pythagoras theorem here. So one relation L square is equal to h square plus r square. That is a relation among three sides, h, L and r. Slant height, plane height and radius of it. It's okay. Now we are going to find the CSA, TSA and volume. CSA. CSA of cone. CSA of cone, actually it is a shape of triangle, and area of triangle is equal to half into base into height. So half into base into height, it becomes pi r L. Because this is the down shape which becomes into the form of a circumference of circle. Circumference of circle is equal to 2 pi r. 1/2 into 2 pi r multiplied by L, slant height. So 2 cancel, pi r L. CSA. TSA, total surface area, pi r L plus, here there is a single circle, like in a cylinder there are two circles, one is on the upside, one is on the downside. Here there is a single circle. So simply we are going to add area of circle or area of base, pi r square. And volume of it, you will remember the volume of it in such a way. The volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. Volume of cone is equal to 1/3 of pi r square h. For example, suppose this is a cylinder, that is a cone. If their height and their radius both are same, that means in this case the capacity of this cone is 1/3 of the capacity of the cylinder. Okay. Capacity of cone is 1/3 of the capacity of cylinder. What does it mean? Suppose you are filling this cone by the water, okay, and you are pouring this into the cylinder one time, 2 times and 3 times, then you will observe that after 3 times when you are pouring the water into it, this cylinder will be filled completely. So what does it mean? The capacity of the cylinder is 3 times more than the capacity of the cone if their height and their radius are same. Okay. So you will remember the volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. Volume of cone is equal to 1/3 of pi r square h. 1/3 pi r square h. Okay. So you'll keep in your mind in this way. That is one. After that, what is it? It is a sphere. No height, only radius is there. R, R, R and R. Okay. Radius always equal. In a sphere, only two things. One is the surface area, second is volume, because there is no TSA here. Sorry, no CSA here. Curved surface area is not here, only surface area. So surface area of a sphere, this is a sphere. Surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. How will you remember this? I'll tell you the procedure. Surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Volume is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. I'll explain you this also. 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay. This is sphere. What is it? It is hemisphere. This is hemisphere. Hemisphere. In hemisphere, three things are there: CSA, TSA, and volume. CSA, you will remember like that. Upside there's an area of circle. Area of circle is pi r square because its radius is r. Okay. So the area which is covered by this portion, so how much area is required? Pi r square. If you want to cover this curved surface area of the sphere, you will have to use the double of this one, and double of pi r square is 2 pi r square. That means this area will be used as a double of area of the top, 2 pi r square. So CSA is equal to 2 pi r square. You will remember like that: area of circle pi r square, CSA of hemisphere is equal to 2 pi r square. TSA of hemisphere, 2 pi r square is this portion plus this is pi r square. So 2 pi r square plus pi r square, 3 pi r square. Okay. So you will remember in a sequence wise: area of circle pi r square, CSA of hemisphere 2 pi r square, TSA of hemisphere 3 pi r square, and surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Because it is a 2 pi r square, so 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square, it becomes 4 pi r square. So surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. And now coming to the volume. Volume is equal to 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Let me tell you how this 2 upon 3 pi r cube is coming. For example, suppose we are having, this is a hemisphere, okay, and one is this cone. So radius is r and height is r. Okay. We are discussing about this cone which is having a radius r and height is r. Then what is the volume of this cone? Volume of this cone is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square r. That means 1 upon 3 pi r cube. It's okay. So the capacity of this cone is half of the capacity of this hemisphere if the radius and height is same. Okay. So capacity of this cone is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r cube. So it's a double capacity. 2 upon 3 pi r cube will be the capacity of this hemisphere. And because the capacity of this hemisphere is 2 upon 3 pi r cube, that means the capacity of a sphere is equal to double of 2 upon 3, that is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay. So you will remember these volumes like that in sequence wise. So that means the volume of hemisphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube, and the volume of sphere is equal, volume of hemisphere 2 upon 3 pi r cube, and volume of sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Here the radius is coming in the form of cube because no height is there, so height is treated as a radius. It's okay. So these are the basic formulae, and two more formulae left, that is the volume of CSA, TSA, and volume of frustum of a cone. Okay. Frustum of a cone, I am writing here. First let me tell you what is frustum. Actually frustum is a part of cone. This is a cone. Okay. Suppose a cone. And from the parallel to the top or parallel to the base, if this cone will be cut. Okay. and this lower portion is removed from it. So what is left? This portion is called frustum of a cone. What is it? It is a frustum of a cone. That means it is a part of a cone. But part of a cone, there are two parts are formed. One is a part which is itself in the form of cone shape, and the second part, when you remove the cone from it, then it is left. It's called the bucket shape, glass shape. It's called the frustum of a cone. What is it? It is a frustum of a cone. Frustum of a cone. Not only frustum name, its complete name is frustum of a cone. In a frustum of cone, you can see two things. There are two circles upside and downside, and their radii are not same. Suppose the radius of this one is capital R, so small r, this is h, and slant height is L. Okay. In my one lecture, we'll derive that what is the formula and how the formula is derived. But here you have to remember it. So it's a capital radius, it's capital R, radius of big circle, small r, radius of this small circle, h is a height, and this L is a slant height. There are three formulae: CSA, TSA, and third one is a volume. CSA, TSA, and volume. For remembering CSA and TSA volume, because these are the part of a cone. So just you switch to the formula of cone. These are the formula of cone. Okay. CSA, look at here, it is pi r L. Pi as it is, L as it is, there is no change in pi and L because pi is here, L is here. R, there is a single radius, 1, but here instead of 1 R, there are 2 R. Okay. So I can write the formula, it is pi L R plus R. Okay. Will you remember it? We will derive later on, but you will remember it, keep it in your mind that this is because it is a part of the cone. It is a part of the cone, therefore all the formulae we have to match from the volume of this, the formula of cone. So CSA of cone is equal to pi RL, pi L, R plus R. TSA, pi L, R plus R plus. Here I have written pi R square because there is a single circle, but here there are two circles. So what is the area of this circle? Pi capital R square plus pi small r square. Pi capital R square plus pi small r square. It becomes TSA. Third one is volume. For volume, 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So 1 upon 3 I am writing as it is, pi as it is, h as it is. 1 upon 3 pi h. It is r square. Because there is a single radius, there are two. So you will remember capital R square plus small r square plus r into r. Okay. And these two formulas, CSA and volume, we will derive it. We will derive these two formulas. Okay. But you remember these three formulas. So these are the complete formulae for surface areas and volumes. Okay. Okay. So after discussion all the formulae of surface areas and volume, now we have to discuss about the combination of solids. Combination of solids. Because in this class 10th, we'll have to discuss about the combination of solids. Like when we are going to join two or more figures, two or more solids, then how to find its CSA and TSA. For example, cylinder. Suppose it is a solid cylinder. Okay. There is a solid cylinder. One hemisphere is mounting on it. Okay. One hemisphere is mounting it. And we are going to find the surface area of solid. What to find? Surface area of solid. Okay. For finding the surface area of solid, suppose it is the radius R, that is R, it is H. Since this is R, therefore it is also R. And we are going to find the surface area of the solid. Surface area of the solid, that means the area which is visible. That means suppose in my hand there is a solid and the area or the portion which you can see, we are going to find the area of all those parts. All those parts they are seen. Okay. So here the things which are seen are the parts which are seen. You can see one is this surface is seen properly, radial surface. And what is called this? This is curved surface area of cylinder. So when we are going to find the surface area of the solid, that means this is equal to CSA of cylinder. CSA of cylinder. CSA of cylinder plus second portion is this mounting on hemisphere. What is the CSA of hemisphere? So plus CSA of hemisphere. And third one is, one more thing you can see, when I am holding this solid, then you are seeing three faces. Number one is a radial surface, that means CSA of cylinder. Second, you are seeing that the CSA of hemisphere. And third, you are seeing the CSA or area of base. Area of base, what does it mean? Area of circle. Area of base or circle. Okay. So when you combine these three terms, then you are getting, after that you are getting the surface area of this solid. Okay. Or in other words, we can understand, suppose in my hand there is a solid, that means it is in the solid cylinder and mounting one hemisphere on it, and we are going to find the surface area of it. So that means we are finding the area which is to be painted, So you can paint the three portion. One is this radial surface, second is CSA of hemisphere, and third you are going to paint area of base. Okay. So these three portions will be added. That would be the surface area of this solid. Is that okay? So this is one thing. Second example, suppose this is a cylinder. One cone is here and one hemisphere is here. Okay. One cone is here, hemisphere is here. And we are going to find the surface area of this field. Surface area of solid. Surface area of solid, what does it mean? Things which are seen. Okay. Things which are seen. Suppose this also I am taking as R. Okay. If it is given R, then surface area of solid. How many things which are visible are the area which can be painted? The area which can be painted, one is a curved surface area of cylinder, second one is a curved surface area of cone, and third one is curved surface area of hemisphere. Why we are not using here total surface area of anything? Because when we are using the total surface area, that means we are including this area also, but actually this area is not visible. This area cannot be painted. Is it okay? So that means for finding the total surface area of the solid, generally we will use the curved surface area of the parts of these things. Okay. So surface area of solid is equal to CSA of cylinder, CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone and plus CSA of hemisphere. Is okay? Then we'll get a total surface area of this solid. One more figure I would like to tell you here. That is very interesting thing. Suppose there is a cylinder. What is this? This is a cylinder. Okay. The cylinder, radius R, height H. Okay. And one conical cavity has been carved out from it. Conical cavity of the same size, same radius and same height is carved out from it or hollowed out from it. What is this? A conical cavity is hollowed out. Hollowed out. Okay. Conical cavity is hollowed out. So that means this cone of the same radius and same height. Of same radius and same height. Hollowed out of same radius and same height. Okay. And then we are going to find the area of remaining solid. Area of remaining solid. What would be the area of remaining solid? Area of remaining solid is equal to, now you can visualize, you can imagine that suppose this is a wooden cylinder you have given to the carpenter, and you told him that okay, you hollowed out one conical cavity of the same radius and same height from it. Okay, so he has hollowed out this conical cavity from it. Okay, this portion is removed from it. Now the left portion is, this portion is left. At this left portion which is in my hand, and I am asking that how much area which you can paint from this portion, the area which you can paint. Okay, so the area which you are going to paint, one is this outer, what is it? This is CSA of cylinder. CSA of cylinder. Number one. Second area, when you will see from here, from your side, hollow portion is this, from your side, it is looking like a cone. What is it? This is looking like a cone. Okay, so that means, and cone in which shape? CSA, curved surface area. It is not a total surface area because this portion is not here. So CSA of cone. And one more portion which you can see, that is this. What is? Area of base. And in this case also we have to add all these three terms. This plus this plus this, because here we are talking about the area to be painted. And area to be painted, that means you are going to paint outside as well as you are going to paint inside and paint bottom side. So three areas which you are going to paint it. So that means the total surface area of the remaining solid is equal to CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone plus area of base. Okay. So whenever something is hollowed out from it, during that time also you are going to add the area. So here the surface area will be increased. It will not be decreased. Surface area will be increased. So in this case the plus sign is required. Generally what happens, some students they put here minus sign and giving the sound logic, sir, because the cone has been hollowed out, that means the area is reduced. But it is not necessary. Something is hollowed out from it, then the area will not increase. The area will be increase also, it may be decrease also, both the cases here. But in this case the area of this remaining solid will increase only, it will not decrease. It's okay. So something is hollowed out from the solid, generally the area is increased, but volume is decreased. Okay, there's no problem, volume is always decreased, but area is increased. So here one surface area of cylinder plus surface area of cone plus area of base. Okay, so this is the concept of combination of two or more figures, right? So first of all, I think you should understand all these things. Number one, to memorize all the formulae of cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere. Okay. After that, this concept that how to combine the figure, and after combination of the figure, what is the condition? The surface area will be increased or decreased, where we are going to add, where we are subtracting, CSA will be used or TSA will be used. Clearly, I told you one thing, when we are going to find the surface area of combination of two solids, so during that time, the different separately we are using curved surface area rather than using total surface area, because curved surface area of these three parts which makes a total surface area of this solid. Okay. So now in my next lecture we'll have to start this exercise 13.1. Till then, bye. Thank you.